This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome in because, yeah, double finger snaps. Haven't gotten to do that in a heck of a lot of time. I didn't get to do it post LA Kings game win because we had the Mike Green trade, so it's been long before the Wild game since I last got to do double finger snaps, and here we are. Edmonton Oilers win a big, huge game 3-2 against the Winnipeg Jets, and now Shirai's going to be all upset because, well, he was calling 3-2 the whole way through, and here he goes getting it done. But that said, ladies and gentlemen, the chat aside, fantastic night in the chat on the live stream. If you still haven't tuned into a Dolynny TV live reaction to an Oilers game, don't know what you're doing, you might want to consider hitting subscribe and get the bell notifications for that. But that said, 3-2 win, and where do I start? Where can I start on a 3-2 win for the Edmonton Oilers in a fantastic effort, a clutch-up effort, a game that means so much, a must-win? We got the job done. Oh, my goodness. All that. There's so many storylines, and I'll simply start with one name that was in net for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. His name, Mr. Mike Smith, number 41 for the Edmonton Oilers. This win does not happen without Mike Smith. And I mean, earlier in the season, when Mike Smith was getting a lot of blame for being a weird goaltender, not being traditional, and always seeming to be beat on a weird puck, well, guess what? He is a gamer, and I didn't understand that, right? I didn't quite understand what people meant by that. Well, all of a sudden, get late in the race, right? We're within those final 20 games, well within those final 20 games before playoffs, and all of a sudden you got Mike Smith playing absolutely stupid, out of his mind hockey at 37 years old, clutching up, winning the Oilers a huge must-win against the Winnipeg Jets this evening, and my goodness, what an amazing effort out of an old veteran goalie this evening to bring the Oilers a big 2 points, bring them back within 2 points of first place, and of course, advance 2 points on the Flames, the Canucks, the Coyotes, everybody. Advance 2 points and get the job done. So, shall I, without a doubt, get you Mr. Mike Smith stats to start tonight's video? A .950 save percentage on 40 shots, 2 goals against, 38 saves, and a fantastic effort that will not only lower his goals against average, but up his save percentage and really define what he did right tonight on a night when the Oilers shot the puck about 50%. Actually, I guess it would be about 45% less than the Winnipeg Jets, if I can make words. My bad. I'm telling you to subscribe, and now I'm a fool who can't even make a word. Draisaitl starts us off. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. 100 gets a second back-to-back 100-point season. Leon Draisaitl's 38th goal of the season. The combo to get to 100, remember this, 38th and 62nd. 38th goal, 62nd assist gets Mr. Leon Draisaitl his 100th point of the year. Now, this said, the 3 stars, my goodness, we'll break it down in a moment. The Jets come back roaring in the second period. They, well, started a little bit okay in the second, and then really took the boots to our Edmonton Oilers in that second period. Nicholas Shore, Gabriel Bourque combine to get Logan Shaw his 3rd goal of the season. Kyle Connor, Blake Wheeler, Anthony Bietto combined for the 2nd goal. The Jets lead 2-1. And you know what? Realistically, thing is, we're down a goal. Some bad plays led to it, sure. But you know what? End of the day, ladies and gentlemen, at this point of the NHL season, stop giving up hope on the Oilers down a goal, because it just ain't worth your time. They're going to come back more than 50% of the time, and that's exactly what happened. Oilers took a bad penalty late in the second period. Then all of a sudden the Jets take a penalty late in the second period. We get that power play late in the second period. Connor McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, you've heard this story once before tonight. 39th of the season for Leon Draisaitl, his 101st point of the season. And then, well, where does that leave us? A 2-2 game going into the third period, and it just had this battle intensity, right? You could sense maybe overtime was around the corner, but no, that's not how this game could end. The Oilers needed to win this, and the simple fact is, ladies and gentlemen, the stupidest stat of the season: the Oilers are 13-0 when they score 2 power play goals. So you get where I'm going. You clutch up. You have to get the job done. you're not probably watching this because the Oilers lost. You're probably watching because the Oilers win, and that's because Ryan Nugent-Hopkins 14:44 into the third period. So with 5 minutes and 26 seconds on the board, scores his 19th of the season from Draisaitl, his 102nd point of the year, and Adam Larsson adds another assist, who's been playing just lights out hockey, shut down the third period for the Jets, playing with Darnell Nurse in that game. And my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, it comes together, and the Oilers win a big, huge 3-2 game. Nugent-Hopkins 3 points, McDavid 2 points, and yeah, sure, it was the star power show, but end of the day, you know what, down the stretch, your stars got to show up night in, night out and get the job done, and that's what Nuge, that's what Draisaitl, that's what McDavid, that's what Mike Smith did tonight. And my goodness, it all comes together. So you want to know who Sportsnet is crediting with stars of the game? Draisaitl number 1, Nuge number 2, and Mike Smith number 3. Arguably, it's hard to argue with that combo. End of the day, though, Mike Smith steals this game. And point share for goalies, if that's the stat I was reading earlier today, 100% Mike Smith deserves like 4 points for this hockey game in a 2-point hockey game. What an unreal effort. Face-offs dead even at 46 apiece. Hits, there were 53 hits thrown tonight. The Oilers edged the Jets 27-26. Penalty minutes, well, they were what they were, as Caleb Jones took a late period penalty in the third period, but we got the job done. Giveaways, the Oilers were brutal on the giveaways, 18-11, but realistically, takeaways to giveaways, the Jets were just barely +1. The Oilers had 13-7 Jets takeaways, and that's a fantastic effort. And guys, bruising, absolutely bruising night for the Oilers and Jets on the block shot department. 17 unofficially apiece on Sportsnet. That is incredible. The ice time check. How about this? Ethan Bear, 23 minutes, 49 seconds. Draisaitl, 22:51. Connor McDavid, a total of 18-19. Nugent-Hopkins, 21 minutes and 20 seconds. But leading the way with 26 minutes and 11 seconds and getting the Oilers a win, Darnell Nurse at only a -1 this evening. My goodness. You know what? It all comes together. It all gets done. And the Oilers, my friends, pull off a huge victory against the Winnipeg Jets. Now the ramifications of this one, simply said, simply done. Let's get over to it, because at the end of the day, it comes down to a fantastic gutted out effort. Chris Russell was good. Honestly, here's the thing. I'll tell you, everybody, Josh Archibald did his job. Athanasiou would have liked to see more, but didn't cost us. Bear, my goodness, triple blocks to go for the pain, but got the glory. Matt Benning, Matt the answer Benning. We do not lose when this guy is in the lineup. Don't know why we were playing Mike Green just to get him injured and just to not play Matt Benning. Well, Alex Chiasson, quiet night for him, 11:08 on the ice. Draisaitl, we know what we've talked about. Tyler Ennis, my goodness, did he look dangerous tonight and had a couple great chances. Gaetan Haas, all I remember really out of Haas is a good chance, got stuffed because stick check, and he got rocked hard by a big Jets hit. Caleb Jones, well, the penalty. Zach Kassian, great effort out of him tonight. He was buzzing, pucks were finding him early, and he just engaged the play for that second line, similar to how Yamamoto does with Nugent-Hopkins and Draisaitl. Kara, he's an elite penalty killer. You know what? He had a great, brilliant penalty kill. Didn't do much offensively. Had a couple of chances. Rung it off the crossbar. Is what it is. Adam Larsson shut down D-man. Getting the job done. Played 20 minutes and 14 seconds. Connor McDavid, 2 assists. It's Connor is Connor. We don't need to talk about him night in, night out. Because I can just tell you, Connor is Connor, and you know what he did tonight. Darnell Nurse got the job done. Nugent-Hopkins got the job done. Chris Russell got the job done. Pretty much unnoticeable. Had a really good stick check to save Mike Smith a goal. But realistically, you know what? Steady Eddie is as he does, and that was fantastic to see out of him. Patrick Russell, hard night for him, a -2 tonight. And of course, Riley Sheehan as well, a -2. So that line coughing up goals, but that's probably why we switched things up, got Archibald on the top line, and moved things around to get Athanasiou out there. Guys, I don't know. Nugent-Hopkins' streak continues at home. The streak continues undefeated on the power play with 2 goals. Big win, 76 points on the season for our Edmonton Oilers. And let me tell you, that, my friends, sounds very, very sweet. wildcard picture looks as such. Vegas, 80 points. Oilers, 76 points. Canucks, 74. Calgary, 73. Nashville, 72. Jets, 72. Coyotes, 72. Minnesota, 71. And the outsider, you might want to take a bet on them to win the cup. Chicago, 66 points. 65. I only say that because the payout would be insane. But end of the day, let's come full circle. Mike Smith, this game ain't one without you, buddy. That one's for you. Boys, clutch up. Must win. Got one. Let's go. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. I will catch you tomorrow. Sometime to be determined. I am up on out of here.